This is Influencing the Right Way. Our goal is to raise the standard of the fitness industry. We're out here trying to make people's lives as healthy and as happy as we possibly can. And the only way we're going to do that is if we take it as serious as a medical doctor does. Hey guys, this is Influencing the Right Way with the Viking. I, of course, have with me
Sarah.
How are you doing?
So good. Just dandy.
So good. Okay, so again, we've got a new podcast for you today. This is the one that is the direct information for people in the fitness industry. It's going to help you improve your skills immediately. But before we get started, we are out here trying to raise the standard of the fitness industry. What does that mean? It means that we can all look around us and we can see that there are a lot of people that get into the fitness industry because it's a job, because it's a way to make money, because it's something that they like doing. That does not mean that they are at the level that they should be at. They're doing it just because of what they get out of it. We want to change this so that everybody in the fitness industry sees themselves as a medical professional. And that's going to take raising the standard. The standard is low. Right now, we have to give people the tools to be able to move up, get higher up the ladder, help more people, so that way the entire world sees what we do as a necessity. So that's why it's important for not just you who's listening to this to get this information, but for everybody inside of the fitness industry to understand this and know it, so that way we can all be respected and help people the way that we should. Sarah Sloan, let's get into this damn thing.
Booyah!
All right, so today's podcast is going to be about what?
The 3 musts of social media.
So we're going to get into one today that we actually have not done a lot about, all these things you can do through social media and stuff, right? But this one is specifically tailored to your social media. And so, even if you are a trainer or a gym owner or you own a supplement line, whatever it is, but especially if you're a fitness influencer, this is really going to help a lot.
Yes, again, let's always start with why we're doing this. You have to have the right intent of, if you are posting on social media, your intent is to reach more people so you can help more people.
Exactly. And let's really reframe that. So if your intention is not that, if your intention is not to help people, then these tools will not help you. They will hurt you. Because these are tools that you can use to help grow your sphere of influence and get to more people and touch more people. But if your intention is just to have more followers or to sell more doodads without really trying to help people, eventually they're going to see through that. And you're going to be called out as a shyster, and then it's going to be the rapid decline of your business. So always step 1, square that intent.
Yes.
Now, let's get into the actual 3 steps. I'll ask you today, what is the first thing of these 3 that we got to know about, and give me the deets.
Okay, so 3 of them. 1, creating content that's viral.
All right.
What does that mean?
Viral content. Okay.
This is the one I think you're referring to, where it's like, we don't really do it all. It's kind of new, right? These new reels that people are coming out with, that's the viral stuff.
I was just going to say, this is
just a little newer.
Yeah. This is the stuff that I think everybody wants to get. Do you know what I mean? Because it's cool, right?
Yeah.
And like anything, it has its place, right? But if you're just trying to create viral content so that way everybody will see you, that's not a good long-term strategy.
Not the right intent.
Yeah, but it is a tool. So I want to preface this with there's something like TikTok, right? Where you can just accidentally make a video and get in front of 250,000 people, right? But that's just, get that out of your mind, right? Because that is an accident. What we're talking about is planned viral videos over time that are going to get you exposed to more people.
Yes, create more eyeballs on you.
So why are we going to do this? Why do we want this to happen?
Yes, so if your intent is right, you want more eyeballs on you so they can see what value, which gets us into the second one, what value you're actually able to give to help more people or whatever your whole differentiator is, right?
So remember, you can create a viral video And you're just getting a certain fraction of a percentage of a chance that somebody is going to watch the viral video because it pops up on their feed and they're going to go, oh, and they're going to click on your page. And then that's the one shot you got. So that means everything behind it better be pretty damn good.
Yep.
All right. Well, before we go on to like the next one, so what does a viral video look like? Give me an idea.
So I'm imagining you're on Instagram. That's kind of what most people use nowadays. These are those like reels that people are posting with the audios that have like thousands and thousands of views on them. And so then how the Instagram works is it takes something that's already viral, like those audios, and it knows that people are going to like it because it's like already viral. And then it pumps out your content more to more people because it ultimately Instagram wants what people want to see because then they'll go on Instagram more and they'll look
Spend
at
more
it
time there.
Totally.
Right. What you said is right. Right now, it's kind of like the TikToks and the Reels, the ones that go viral. But also remember, like YouTube has these, right? You make the right YouTube video at the right time, and all of a sudden, you're Oppa Num Dum style, or what is it? Oppa Gundam style. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard that.
But you know what I'm talking
Mine
about.
went straight to that.
Because it had like 2 billion
With like
views.
the horse head or whatever. Yeah.
Like, you know, on any platform, there is a way to get viral videos if done the right way.
Yeah.
But also your viral video is almost never going to be like your business or what you really are doing or the way that you help people.
You know what they are? They're always things that people like relate to and like maybe even find funny.
Yep.
Like I was watching one, this is so random, but this guy goes like this and he's holding a hairball and it's like when you find your girlfriend's hair like in your butt crack or something.
Because it's happened to me 100 times.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just funny and that's why it's viral because like you've like experienced that and you've like felt it and you're like, oh, I didn't know anyone else ever.
Did something like that.
Yeah, I've never talked about that before, you know?
So remember, there are people who their whole jobs are like Instagram or TikTok, like viral video people. That's what they do. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about if you are in the fitness industry, right? Still, some of your content being viral content, so that way it can be seen by other people, so that there is a hope and a chance that they're going to like that personality that you're exposing, right? This funny side of you, this creative, cool, quirky side of you that caught on real quick, and then they're going to take a look at your page. Now, when they go take a look at your page, now we got to get into the next step.
Yeah, this is why it's so important that there's 3 of them. These are the 3 things that you'll like circle around because if you just post viral videos, they're going to go to your page and that's the only content they see and that doesn't grasp their like sustainability.
Even if they like all your viral videos, it's not educating them about what you do in your package and how you're going to go help people in the fitness industry.
Yes.
So it's you have to have a mix of these 3. But what's number 2?
So then the second one would be value. So this is like the educational posts that you will have. And the intent behind this one is like, I'm not getting anything out of this. I just want to share knowledge that I have that I know will provide value and actually help someone out.
This is the one that we're hoping that they're going to see, they're going to read, and they're going to go, oh, that's what this person does. Got it now. And I caught some value from it. So I actually want to follow and I want to go back to this
because I want to continue seeing posts like this.
Yeah, I really grabbed something here. So this is the one that I personally would really consider like the meat and potatoes of what you do, right? The first one, the glitzy stuff to get them to look. This is the one that really is what your brand and business is all about, right? What you're trying to educate with. And really take time with this one, that this is not about you just saying something that anybody else could say, right? I'm actually going to use this real quick. Like what we're doing right here is value content. This is not viral. Like this is not going to just get on YouTube and then all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, you got to see this.
I loved watching those 2 people sit at that table. It was awesome.
Yeah, not viral. This is value. What we're doing is we are giving you actual information that you can take, you can use, and at no cost, you can help yourself in your own life. It's about the other person entirely. And that means you have got to be willing to give up your secrets. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because you're like, oh, they're my secrets. They're literally how I.
It's my secret formula.
It's my secret. This is like how I make my money and I do my thing, right? But you have to be able to give people, because you better have more than one secret, right? You got to have more than one. You got to be able to give people a taste of that, so that way they can see that, oh, this guy knows, this girl knows how to add value and knows how to help me with my problems. So then later on, when I actually down the road have a problem, now I know who to go back to. Right? That's why you got to give up a little bit. If you keep all those secrets to yourself and you just post pictures of you flexing your biceps,
No one's going to want to refer to you and ask you questions.
Never going to happen.
Follow you because there's no value being added.
You've never went back to the dude doing bicep curls well to go buy a training package. It's never happened. But somebody who did give you a great routine and a follow-up nutrition plan and really put it all into a nice little pretty package and gave it all to you, something that they could go sell, right? But gave you that bit of it, then you're like, oh, I want to come back and buy the whole hog.
Yeah.
I got a taste.
This is what differentiates you as like an expert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's ValuePiss. We've got viral, we've got value.
I want to emphasize on that real quick.
Okay.
So the viral, you're actually like hoping to get something out of. The viral, you're like intent behind it is to get more eyeballs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The value, you don't want to get anything out of it. Like you
Yeah.
just want to provide something for someone else.
Oh, and also, because you know what, we ran into this too. Don't be concerned too much with like how many likes or comments or something you're getting on it, because it's gonna be lower, right? If your viral video is you with your shirt ripped off, showing your abs, doing this, I don't know, big jump, Gundam style. You're loving that right now. If that's your viral video, it's of course going to get more likes and everything. That doesn't mean you do more of it.
Yeah.
It means it's a part of the bigger plan.
So good.
So good. Don't follow the thing that gets you likes. You have to have a strategy, a full strategy. That's why there's all three of these. So when that second one, the value one, doesn't get as many likes, that's okay. The fewer, it's going to get less, but those people that did like it or did comment on it, guess what? Those are the people you're going to go talk to. Those are the people you're going to go follow them. You're going to go like their stuff. You're going to go send them a DM, and maybe they've got a picture of them working out of the gym, and you're going to be like, dude, that is awesome. You are fucking crushing it. I love that shit. All this is that if that big viral video got 1,000 people to look and then 100 people liked your next value one, oh, that's my funnel. There's my 100 people now who are potential customers.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss, baby. Okay. Now can we go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the third one then?
This one's depth or connection.
Oh, I like this.
Yes.
What is this?
So this would be you showing like your own personality, like your own story, your own background, personal information about you. Mm-hmm. The goal behind this one is to break down the barrier between the phone that you're looking at and the picture or whatever it is behind it. You want that person looking at it to like see you. There's someone, there's a face, there's a person.
Yep. So remember, we've talked about this in like a couple other podcasts, is that truthfully, inside of the fitness industry, you do have to be an expert, but what really like sells your brand, right, is you. There's just going to be people that connect with you and your personality and like your values and your vision and the way that you hold yourself. There's going to be people that connect with that. It's not for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's for those people.
Yeah, an example of this one is Whitney Simmons. If you look at her stuff, she posts about her psoriasis. She actually like has it all over her legs. It's like visible. And she doesn't like act like it's not there.
Yeah.
And like try to be a perfect human.
Yeah.
She like shows depth, and she shows that like, hey, I have psoriasis and I love it.
Yeah.
Or these are the struggles that I have because of it. And then people like identify with that, or they like view her as like a normal human and not just like this perfect Instagram model.
Yeah.
And people like that more.
Oh, way more. And let's add a caveat to that one. This is the one where you get to show some vulnerability, right? That's what we really mean by it. Yep. Show who you really are, be authentically you, but also be self-aware, right? When I say be vulnerable, that does not mean talk about your problems, right? it doesn't mean whine and complain about things. It means be authentic about how these things interface in your life, right? Yeah. That's the depth to it.
That's huge. I know, because there's a ton of people right now that are posting like political things like, this is awful, this is happening, and like that's not the depth that's going to get you connection with people.
Nope.
But saying things like, hey, I'm struggling with this because of this is happening. Maybe you're talking about how you overcame it, or maybe you're just like blankly saying like, hey, this is what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
That's the connection.
And you know what? I'm going to dive even deeper on this like political thing you're talking about.
You love this stuff.
I do.
I knew you were going to get into it.
But it's like, okay, so if you are actually affected by something in politics, right? I can't make up a million different scenarios, but I can imagine somebody who's like came in, you know, you're in the fitness industry now and you used to be an iron worker and you were in the union or whatever. Talking about like what it was like to work in the union and how things changed because a new law happened or something. I'm not saying don't ever talk about politics. That's a political thing. But that's okay to talk about. But it resonated and it had something that affected your life directly, and you have a valid opinion about what that thing is and how it interacted with your life. I can see how I could read something like that and like gain value from it.
Yeah, because that's not complaining. That's just,
Again, complaining, shit talking, like hearing about how much you hate Biden, how much you hate Trump, how much you hate the next. It doesn't matter, whatever side, doesn't matter anything. That is not actually drawing a human connection to someone, because that's not you talking about you. That's you talking about a politician.
Yeah.
Right?
To me, this like, I always like picture myself in someone else's shoes. The humility, like that's one of our core values, and it like completely changed how I do everything.
Yeah.
And so when you read someone else's post that's complaining, do you genuinely like it?
No.
Like never. Never. So that doesn't mean that you should do it, right?
No. You know, it's, and also for the bigger picture of it is like, talk about it from the business point of view, is if you are a person that does constantly complain about things without giving solutions or without giving something else behind it, that is how people are going to view you as a business and if they're going to buy or not from you, right? Like, I don't want to work with somebody who's just constantly complaining all the time. I mean, as far as like vendors or other brands or whatever it is, because I know that you're not a problem solver. You're a problem creator, and nobody wants to be a part of that. Okay, so we're back through the three again. Viral videos.
Yep.
These are the ones, funny, goofy, interesting.
Catch you some eyeballs.
I also really want to say like different. So let me, I'll use an example. There's a guy who I follow that I really like. His name is Hafthor. Some people might know him. He was the Mountain on Game of Thrones. He has done a bunch of boxing things. He's been on other movies, TV shows and stuff. But he's also like known as the world's strongest man, right? He, in his little world, doesn't do like, I would say like a bunch of like goofy viral videos. But what he does is he does things in the industry that are going to get a lot of viral reaction. He did a 501 kilogram deadlift. It's the world's heaviest deadlift, right? That just made him seen by fucking everybody in the whole world.
Yeah.
Now, you know, he makes his money like doing these boxing competitions or promos for different brands and things like that. But he worked really hard and he created this one thing that's got him viewed literally millions and millions of times over and over still to this day across the world.
Yeah.
That is a viral.
Yeah, I literally just came across, there's a guy named Devin Levesque. He bear crawled a marathon, trained through this thing, and like hands, bloody, whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, that wasn't him like joking around, goofing around, creating a funny reel, like, but it got a ton of attention because he just...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when we say viral, you know, we don't just mean like goofy TikTok videos, because you might do 100 goofy TikTok videos and it doesn't catch on and go anywhere. It's got to be good. Think about it like, would you want to watch this?
Yeah.
Would you stop and watch it?
Yeah, and you can like think about the type of people that you're going after, or the followers that you have right now. Think about what they would genuinely want to see and like find interesting.
Yep. Okay. So shit, viral. And then we said value, right? This is the one where you're actually giving your information about your brand and what you do and how you can help people. Then lastly, we have the depth. This is about you and your personality and becoming alive, having a soul to these people. You're not just a goofy guy that makes videos and knows how to work out. You also are a human being with a life behind it.
Yeah.
Now, let's take all three of those together. We're gonna stir that into a pot, right? We're gonna make a nice strategy soup out of it. You like that, didn't you? Didn't you? Now, that strategy soup, right? Remember, what is actually the whole reason of us doing this social media thing? This is how you can interact with the people that will identify and become your customer, right? So it doesn't mean just post these three things. If that's all you do, you might as well just sit in your room and do nothing, right? There has to be an action at the end of it. What you've done is you've gotten eyeballs. You've educated them about what you do. They know that you're a real human being and you're not just some bot. So now, when you do direct message them and add more value, start a conversation with them, ask what their goals are, get to know them and who they are, like and comment on their stuff, share their posts. Now you can do all those things and make it about them. And that is how you're going to create customers. That's how you're going to create a brand. That's how you're going to get loyalists. I'm not telling you this stuff because you need to get followers. You don't need to get followers. You need to get loyalists. And that is how you do it, is the one-on-one direct communication. Once again, your social media, all this stuff, don't think of this any differently than having a TV ad 20 years ago. Same thing.
Yeah.
Different process, different strategy, same end result. You got to have people to fucking talk to. The nice part of social media is that we're able to drill it down to people who have already taken an action on your stuff. You run a TV ad? Well, just people that know about you. Maybe there's a call number or whatever like that. But now there's people who are actually just engaging with you, and you can go and engage with them. And I mean it. If there's 100 people that liked your value picture, you better fucking message 100 people that day. Get to it. Those conversations are what have to happen.
Yes.
Boom!
So many chef's kisses tonight.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything more that you want to add? I feel like we cleared that one pretty damn good.
Yeah, I went through all the details on it. I guess the only thing that was running through my mind, and I just had this conversation yesterday with someone, is, yes, we want to have the loyalists that we need to be able to reach more people and all that stuff, but you talk a lot about how Instagram is like a credibility place,
yep,
right?
Yep. No,
And if someone hears your name out in the community, they're going to look you up on Instagram or YouTube or whatever the platform is that you're on. And if you don't have the credibility that your name deserves or should have, you're going to get overlooked. And the reason why I had this conversation with someone was I don't care about followers. I don't care about people looking into my life, knowing that stuff. And I'm like, but you do want to own a store one day, right? So when they know your name is in front of owning this store and they look you up on Instagram and you've got one post and 300 followers, it's going to crash your credibility, and then you're going to get less people in your store, which means the less people you're going to be able to actually even help.
Having a website is just so that way when somebody does come across your content, they got somewhere to go to gather more information. Now that's changed a little bit. I want you to think about it. If you see a brand that you like, a company that you want to buy from, whatever, I know myself personally, very rarely do I go to their website. I go to their Instagram page and I want to see what they're about. I mean, even a restaurant, I just go to the Instagram page and I want to.
My girlfriend tells me she's dating someone. I check them up on Instagram. Everyone does that.
Yeah. And that it needs to verify what you're trying to get across to people. So all these things that we talked about, adding the viral, the value, and the depth, if they go on there and they look at it and they're like, oh, yep, that's a fitness dude who knows what he's talking about. Oh, and he seems pretty cool. You know what? I'm going to go talk to him. That's what it's there for. Remember, a lot of these things in marketing, what we're talking about, this is so good, is, again, when you make the viral videos, when you make the value videos, when you make the depth videos, when you do them, that doesn't mean that people are going to see them and go, oh, I want to buy from you. It means that when somebody is ready and your name is referenced and they check on you, you have validation. And now when they are in the position and ready and looking to buy, you're a good, credible source and they can come to you and you can be purchased.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Boom, pow. Long term, baby. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. I want to say, it has really been a lot of fun, like doing this podcast. Like I genuinely have a lot of fun doing this. And I know the feeling when it's like, oh, we're doing something right. There's a moment like in our business, this was probably 2 or 2.5 years ago, where it's like we made these certain decisions about how we were going to grow and how we were going to do things, that we were going to focus solely on getting people results, right? That was it. It had to be in alignment with that. And it was like right when we said that, I was like, oh, fuck, we're doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. Doing this podcast is the same thing. I'm like, we're doing the right thing. This is right. I feel it in my bones.
The feeling, yeah.
It's the right feeling. If you know someone else who is in the fitness industry, I really mean this, send it to them and talk to them about it. Like tell them like, hey, this is what I got out of this podcast. I'm not telling you to send this to somebody so that way they can just listen to it and then hopefully know me and know my brand. It's like, make the point of why you're sending it to them because, hey, there's this tip in here that they gave me about like how to post on my social media. I now know what I'm doing. I know so many people who get frustrated because they literally say, I don't know what to post. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you exactly what to post. Here, go do it. Go build your own brand with it.
And we know for a fact it works.
100% it works. Go do it. Go give it to somebody else and let them grow in the same way you're growing from this. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We will